Hello and welcome to TMI Sarachnis. In this series I'm just going to go over loads of different elements of RuneScape in massive detail in a short period of time. If you just want to increase your game knowledge, this will definitely be the series for you. Starting off with Sarachnis, it's a big spider boss found on Zaya. If you want to get here, there's two teleports you can use. You can use the memoirs and they'll bring you straight over. They'll bring you straight to here. I like this teleport because it's really close to the bank. It means you can just walk straight over, re-gear and come back to Sarachnis. The second teleport, which is a wee bit closer, is a skills necklace, and he's found in this dungeon here on Zaya. So Sarachnis is a mid-level boss, 118 combat, he's 400 hit points, 31 max hit. He's weak to crush. Now what does this actually mean? A lot of people don't know what a weakness in RuneScape is. A lot of them just think it means that this here stat, his defensive stat, is slightly lower than the rest. That's not what a weakness is, at least it wasn't when they came into RuneScape. So a monster that's weak to range means you'll have a boosted max hit on that monster. In range it's between 5 and 7.5%. In magic it is crazy. If anything's weak to magic, the damage boost is over 100%. So for example, the lava based in Volcanic Mine is weak to water surge, so instead of having a max hit that should only be 26 in this gear, I can hit a wee bit harder than that, 49s with water surge. Like, it's a little bit broken. A weakness to these boys is nothing like a melee or range weakness. Instead of hitting 26, 27, I can smack 49s pretty constantly. So when something's weakness is a spell, like water spells, you get a massive 88% damage boost. When something's weak to range, you get a 5 to 7.5% damage boost. So what is it for crush? Well, for Sarachnis, it's a big fat bonus of 0%. I've no idea why, they just completely ignored it. On some other bosses you do actually get the bonus with melee, but with Sarachnis, nope. The only thing that makes it weak to crush is that their tiny little stat difference at the bottom, and there's not much between slash and crush there, so if you're using a better slash weapon, you'll still have similar DPS. So the highest hit and crush weapon in the game is the bludgeon at the minute. There is a new one coming out with the nightmare in a wee bit, but you can only get in max stats 7.5 with the bludgeon. The whip's about 7.1, this is damage per second. The Elder Maul, best crush weapon in the game, is only 6.9, so you do more damage with a whip than you would with the best crush weapon in the game. There is one better crush weapon in the game, and that's full DH. If you're walking about with massive testicles and you want to try something really fun, low HP DH at Sarachnis does actually work. It is pretty fun. You can get up to 9 DPS, 9 like damage per second. You have a crazy max hit, and because he's weak to crush, you're going to hit like a train. The only problem with this is the Sarachnis mechanics, so I'm going to go into that now. In Sarachnis, there's two mechanics you need to look out for. First one is every few seconds he'll walk away from you. He'll freeze you in the spot, walk away, and then he'll hit you with a range attack. So Sarachnis is a really good boss to train on if you're like struggling with Jad or anything that you need to prayer switch, because when you go in you need to pray range, and whenever you're in close range you need to pray melee. So it's all about getting your prayer switches right. When you're out of distance away from his melee range, you have to pray range. If not, he'll hit you with a range attack, he'll heal up, it'll make it much harder. The other mechanic you need to look out for is when he's at 66 HP, so a third of his HP gone, he'll spawn two of these spiders, two for every person in the room. One is a mage, the other one's melee, and you're praying melee. So if you're high level, you just ignore them, it's no problem at all. If you're low level, you kill the mage one and then you ignore the melee one. Pretty simple. He'll do it once at 66 HP, once at 33 HP, and apart from that, all you need to do is switch your prayers. The mage one can wreck you, and if you're in a mass or if there's loads of people, loads of them will spawn. So it is quite important your magic defense if you're actually wanting to do this efficient. Obviously DH isn't the most efficient, it is a load of fun, and it is a really good budget setup if you just want to get a few really quick kills. You probably could get the quickest possible kill in the game using full DH, but because you have to eat the odd time and the minions are wrecking you, it's definitely not the most efficient for like lots and lots of kills. But there's one kill with DH. If you consistently use DH down here, you will get a load of fast kills, but eventually this will happen. You'll get comboed out by the minions and you'll die. It is a bit annoying, especially when he's low health, but it's quite funny. You actually keep all of your items. You keep the full DH because it's damaged. You protect like 3 items, so you can just run straight back, get back into it. Right, so chatting about the gear, every guide I ever see just shows the max possible gear. They're going to assume you've got max stats and assume that you can afford that. I don't think everybody who plays this game has max stats. I'm not maxed, and yeah, I'm going to show you a couple of different setups for different levels. I know loads of you will be at different levels. First off, if you want a decent budget setup that'll completely wreck Sarachnis, all you need to worry about is getting a bit of magic defense to deal with the minion, a bit of slash bonus, and then your best possible DPS. So all you need is slash, magic, and then damage. That's all you need. So all you want to do is go with Terror Eggs if you're on a budget. I'd say an Amulet of Fury if you're mid-level, definitely, because it gives you plus 15 magic defense. Everybody goes for the like ancient D'hide body or the black D'hide body if you're being cheap or can't afford it. Krill's slightly higher magic defense, but it degrades. Don't really think it's worth it. And then Brimstone Ring. Now this here's controversial. I rate the Brimstone Ring better than the Berserker Ring at almost all bosses at the minute. The Berserker Ring has one higher max hit, but that's all it has going for it. This here is more accurate. You have +4 in whatever stat you're using, or +6 if you're using magic, so higher accuracy, higher defensive bonuses, like much higher in everything but crush, and not many minions use crush on you, so you're fine there. I'd say Brimstone Ring at any boss at the minute. I know people are going to be roasting me in the comments, but they're going to be roasting me even harder when they hear this next bit. So Sarachnis minions, when you're high level, don't really have that much damage. You don't need this much magic bonus. So if you're on a budget, there's what you want to go with. If you want a bit more prayer bonus, you can go with that. You're praying melee most of the time, apart from whenever you're running away from him, so you could actually just go with the higher made defense bonus and you'll be fine in there. But if you're high level, right, get this, I would suggest going to Sarachnis like this, or else with the Abyssal Bludgeon. Reason being, you don't need that high magic defense bonus, and I know everybody has the range top on and the tank legs. I know it's what they do at almost every other boss in the game, but the extra max hit here will make up for it. So I know loads of you are probably going mad in the comments saying there that it should really be like this with the Krill's top, and that does boost your magic bonus, and at God Wars that's fair enough because the minions completely wreck you over there. At God Wars I'd actually go for the Fury over the Tormented, especially if you're soloing. At God Wars all your defensive stats are really important because you're getting attacked by so many different high level monsters at one time, but in the Sarachnis it's not that important. You want to go with your maximum. You can actually get away with full bandos and the minions won't hit you that much. But for the +2 strength, I would definitely recommend just going for Krill's or even the ancient D'hide body. Another thing to note, Krill's top's 1.8 million, whereas the skirt is very, very cheap at the minute. So why doesn't that tell me the price? There we go. That's only 176k, whereas the top 1.8 million. So I would recommend wearing the skirt over the top at the minute. You could just go with the Torag's body if you're in a budget gear and you'll be fine. Anyway, that's the gear. Sarachnis is really good profit at the minute as well. If you don't know, red spider's eggs have went up from 44 each to over 1,000 each. So this here says it's worth 19k, it actually sells for over 100k, and that's a common drop. And it's not just a common drop, it's on a different drop table than all the other items. It's down here with the clue scrolls. That means you can get the giant egg sack all the time as a double drop. It's like it plus another Sarachnis loot. Like there I got it and 22 uncut diamonds, so that there one drop is like 250k, which is pretty awesome. They have some bigger drops as well, like the Crudgel and the Pet and all that stuff's pretty cool. A really good weapon to use in here for specs is definitely the Halleys. If you have the Crystal Halley, put it in Crush and it will completely melt them. But even the Dragon Halley, because you get one hit in and then he'll freeze you, just using this here spec does a load of damage. Like look at that, 49-29. I'm not sure what the max hit is with the Dragon Halley here, but the Crystal Halley is crazy. 64 max hit, 128 damage. At the minute I'm working towards unlocking that because it sounds pretty insane. I've still got a bit to go. I need to get a few thieving levels and a few, what is the other one actually? Thieving and mining levels. You need to mine a Adior over like at the Elf City. So yeah, getting there, probably be there in a few days. In the background here I'm just showing you a full kill at like normal speed. All you really need to worry about is prayer switches. A lot of people will mess up trying to eat out of stuff and all, but as long as you have the prayer right, you'll be fine. Keep in mind though, if Sarachnis does hit you, if you have your prayer wrong, he will heal a wee bit. So if you're ever like really badly hurt and you need to heal, just step away, pray range. As long as you're praying range and out of distance, you're fine. So there's another Sarachnis kill coming in. Dragon Bones. All the loot's like 35k plus. So yeah, pretty good boss. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of TMI. First one I've done. I'm just trying to throw loads of information into little videos about a certain subject. The next one I want to do is mining, because I have found the best mining method in the game. And that's not even joking, it is the best mining method in the game. But yeah, I'm going to do a video on that as well. But I'd love a bit of feedback in this series, if you like it, if you don't like it, if you want to see it changed a wee bit, some kind of different layouts or something, I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys have all enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!